3 days in Dubai.
Hey everyone. Hello everyone.
Hi.
It was 7 hours from London to Dubai.
The best flights ever. It's really comfortable. We chose a night flight, so it was lots of sleeping, lots of videos and movies and things like that. We got fed on the plane, so that was even better. And arrived safely with no hitch. I was really tired actually. We slept really soundly, to the point where one of the children wet the bed. That was the first night, so that wasn't great.
No, that was not great.
We didn't put any protector down like we would normally, just in case. So yeah, that wasn't great. And Jayden was sharing a bed with that particular person as well.
And I've been saying, Airbnbs, kids be careful, don't break things, don't damage things. And I'm like, first day, what happens?
First day, child wets.
Somebody wets the bed.
Jayden's chilling in his bed. Chilling in his bed.
I was sharing my bed with Kobie because I didn't get a choice, and then he weed in the bed, so I'm having a great time.
Kobie weed on the bed. Not good. Not a good, we had to clean it. Oh! So this is Jayden's view. A little shop down there as well. So it's close to everything.
So apart from the bed wetting, the apartment was actually really nice. It was.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was basic. It had everything you needed.
Very modern.
Yeah, it was
Kitchen was
really
fully
modern.
equipped.
Had everything you needed.
There was a bathroom for every bedroom. It was overlooking Dubai Marina, and for anyone who's been to Dubai before, when you're near the marina, you're near most of all the big stuff, like the Palm,
Yeah.
Jumeirah Beach. So yeah, it was a good
It was great.
location.
It smelled amazing as well. Whatever they cleaned it with, or plugins or whatever, you could
Yeah.
smell oud. And I think Dubai, it was
It's
that
about
warm
those-
desert.
Those rich
Heat.
oils and set kind of rustic scent.
Wardrobes. And it's really cold in the place actually. And then you got washing machine, little toilet. This is the girls' room. So the same as the boys' room really, but they've got a smaller window and a sofa. And this is the dining area. Little balcony here. Main living room. And who's down there? Say hi, Kobie.
Hi.
Kobie's on his tablet.
So we were only in Dubai for 3 days because it was meant to be it was a stopover for our journey to Southeast Asia. So picking the month of July as a time to be in Dubai is probably not a good idea. It's the hottest time of the month. It's known as off-peak in the holiday season because it's that hot, people tend to avoid it. And we're talking about temperatures to 45 to 50 centigrade. We didn't seem to mind it though, did we?
No, you've got aircon, so you kind of go from an aircon building into an aircon taxi, and then I don't think you could walk comfortably. There was people walking around, wasn't there? But I don't think I would be happy with the children walking around in a street and on the beach. And
But I mean,
stuff
we
like
got
that. It was a
used
bit
to the
too
heat
hot.
because, to be fair, we were near a pool most of the time.
Yeah, so it was okay.
There's loads of storage and microwave, toaster, kettle, dishwasher, obviously sink. And you've got a blender, massive oven, fridge, freezer, the main bathroom, you've got the bath, a little toilet, got sink area, there's the bath, there's the master room. Daddy's just chilling.
Hi.
Hi. These are all in here. Say hi. Nakhai and Skyla. Hi. Hi. They're both down here. So Nakhai's sleeping on this, on a little single bed here. And this is our bed.
This is my bed.
Because they did give him a cot, which obviously he didn't need. And then this is our view. So we can see the swimming pool. The swimming pool's over here. That's the swimming pool there. You can see. Swimming pool's over there. All the suitcases are down here because there's no point unpacking properly because obviously we have to leave soon. See you later.
A little bit of pool time before we go on our desert safari.
So there's loads of things to do in Dubai. However, we didn't take advantage of all the things that could be done because after the flights we were quite tired and we didn't want to drag the children around. We only had 3 days there, so we just.
Plus we're on a budget.
And
we're on a budget as well, so like a lot of the things you can do in Dubai do cost quite a bit. I mean, they are amazing, magnificent. Dubai is known for doing everything bigger and better than anyone else. So. There is some really fantastic things to do, but they cost quite a bit.
Well, as well, if you've got 7 people, something that could be cheap would end up being really expensive.
It's the multiplier effect. So, it's never cheap with 7 people.
No.
We've also worked out very quickly in the time that we're telling you this on a video, and we're now in Bali, but we worked out very quickly when you try and take 5 kids to multiple places in the same day, particularly when you've got that heat. They get tired, they get hungry, they get frustrated, and you kind of feel like you've bitten off more than you can chew.
Less is more. And what we highly recommend, which we did, although I think I could quite happily leave out the ride.
Yeah, maybe the driving over the dunes you could leave out, but for other people who like adrenaline-fueled, fun stuff, this part was the best bit for me and Jayden.
So desert safari, it was incredible actually, just being out there in the desert, especially if you've never been to a desert before.
Dionne, what's wrong? Dionne? What's wrong, Dionne? Dionne was scared
For a reason.
of this dune ride,
I said, what's going to happen?
Look at the wheels now.
and we're all laughing at Dionne.
I said, it's going to tip over.
We're all laughing at Dionne,
Tip over.
and she
everyone's
was
like,
right to be scared. We just had a bit of a fright. He went into some soft sand that he didn't see coming on the top of a dune.
Check out this though, look.
And it's
You know, if you just record it this way.
I do realise as well, we probably have to...
we're now
have to
stranded.
walk back.
We're now stranded in the desert.
So, just quickly about the dunes. I'm a bit of a scaredy cat anyway. I like steady ground. I don't like being thrown around. I don't like roller coasters or falling. I like to be steady. And the thing about the dunes, it's a lot of being shaking backwards and forwards, side to side. I'm not feeling that. I didn't feel safe.
There's 2 options when you pick desert safari. One is the normal dunes, and the other one is what you call the red dunes. I chose the red dunes because I was told that from in
Bigger,
terms
weren't
of
they?
you like dune bashing and going up and down and really feeling your gut kind of go, then the red dunes are the one to pick.
Although some of the children didn't like it either. So me and the girls, and Nakhai was sort of on the fence. We didn't really like it that much. We were quite scared, and I just wanted to get out.
It was only me and Jayden that liked it.
I just wanted to get out and just sit on a dune and wait for them to come back. It was that I was gripping my knuckles were white and holding the back of the seat.
And look,
so now he knows. Don't do any of that sort of stuff anymore. I'm not feeling that at all.
Let's be honest, because you're going to see it in the video. I have to eat my words a little bit. He did tip the car on some soft sand, and we had to get out, and he had to be towed out.
I saw sand all coming against the window, and I was like, "We're going to get buried alive."
But that doesn't happen very often. But yeah. beautiful, isn't it? Let's let it dry now. Per person. Now that £35 stretches quite far because they pick you up around 3-4 in the afternoon, go into the desert, do all the driving on the dunes with this 4-wheel drive air conditioned vehicle. You enjoy sunset in the desert.
And you have a lovely dinner, and there's belly dancers and lots of food
on a lovely
drinks,
campsite.
Henna tattoos on the girls' hands.
Yeah,
and
the barbecue's all part of that.
Yeah,
The evening barbecue's all part of that price. There are things that get added on that you pay for, which are optional extras, so it's completely up to you, whether that's food, drink, and other bits and pieces. The one thing that probably sticks a little bit that we look back on and think we wish we'd done things differently was the headscarves. So yeah, headscarves.
Before you go into the desert, the guy will drive you to a shop to buy headscarves. But it's just a bog standard headscarf. You could take your own headscarf or buy one yourself. I had a black one, so it didn't have to be red and white, did it? You bought a red and white one, but I had a black one, and I had a black one at home already, but they charged me like £10.
It was more than that, actually.
More than £10 per scarf.
Because it was a shop and it was in the middle of nowhere, you had no other choices. And if you don't wear a headscarf, you really are going to boil out there. So the headscarf is a must.
It was
but as
mandatory.
Dionne said, just get your headscarves before you go on the trip. Otherwise they will charge you silly prices and you don't really have a choice. Evening desert safari in Dubai, you must do that when you go. And so for other inexpensive places to visit, you've got the souks, the markets, you've got a coffee museum, that's quite cheap if not free to get into. You've got this indoor rainforest called the Green Planet, and that's really cheap.
Marina.
The beaches, you can walk around the marina, so there's quite a bit to do if you're on like a long weekend and you didn't want to break the bank.
So there's no need to spend a ton of money when you're in Dubai. There is lots of really interesting things to do.
Some amazing places there, but you do have to dip your hand in your pockets. But you know, we got a taxi to the mall, the Dubai Mall, and that in itself is just something to behold.
Well, it's the biggest mall in
It's
the
the
world.
most visited mall in the whole of the world. Wow, kids. You could spend half a day with your jaw just dropped to the floor, with just looking at how luxurious and eclectic this mall is. And then outside the mall, you've then got the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. Don't have to go up in the lift and see it from the top. You can just look at it from outside. And then
right beside it, you've got the fountains, and they're free, and they run every 30 minutes between. Is it 7 till 9?
Yep, and they are the world's largest choreographed fountain system. You see where I'm coming from here. Dubai wants to be the best at everything, but again, you can watch those for free.
Totally free.
So yeah, there are other things that are indoors that are free. I think they've got
the aquarium inside the actual mall. You've got it's the world's biggest aquarium, and you can pay to actually go inside this sort of tunnel and see more. Yeah. But actually, everything you can see sharks. They've got
see a lot
hundreds
outside.
of species, like over 400 species, including turtles, rays, and sharks, all inside these.
And you see all of that for free just walking along it.
Just in the mall.
In the shopping centre. So
head to the mall, see the fountains, and see the aquarium for free. You just need the taxi there.
That's a whole day. You could have a bit of lunch or some dinner or whatever, and you'll have a great time, and you won't spend too much.
Yeah, kids loved it.
Absolutely brutal. brutal. In terms of costs out there, it's not cheap. Dubai is it's a kind of luxurious place to be. So whether it's groceries, eating out, getting into places, not cheap at all. What I found to be reasonable though, I wouldn't say it was dirt cheap, it was reasonable, was taxis. Taxis weren't that expensive. So getting around using taxis, if you weren't taking lots of long journeys, was pretty cool. Really.
A friend of ours mentioned taking the metro. You can get a travel card as well. We never looked into that, but that was an option that I think is cheaper.
They've got a really good metro system all built in there, so you can do that too. Yeah, but yeah, so if you're looking for somewhere cheap to live or to go on holiday, then Dubai is overall
same
not
price as
the
London.
place.
Same
Not the
price
place.
as London, right?
Yeah.